Number 7 is Dylan Shymaker. This guy was only 17 years old when he stood in a Buffalo, New York courtroom. You look at him, he looks like a normal kid. Maybe someone you'd see at the skate park, or working at a fast food joint. But the crime he committed is like a horror movie. It's hard to even talk about. Pure evil. He was convicted of beating his girlfriend's 23-month-old son, a literal baby, to death. I can't even wrap my head around that. A baby who couldn't even defend himself. The jury didn't hesitate. They found him guilty of second-degree murder. The judge handed down a sentence, 15 to life. When the judge said those words, Shymaker just crumbled. Number 6 is John Freeman. His story is one that will make your stomach turn. At just 16, John Freeman committed an unthinkable act. He strangled a 5-year-old boy to death. During his sentencing, the courtroom was heavy with grief. In a haunting moment, Freeman turned to the victim's family and tried to apologize, his voice cracking with emotion. But was it genuine remorse, or a last-ditch performance? The judge sentenced him to 25 years to life. His earliest chance at parole will be at age 42, but freedom isn't guaranteed. The board will weigh the crime, his behavior, and the family's pain, and could deny him again and again. For the family, no sentence is enough. For Freeman, that apology will echo in a prison cell for decades. Number 5 is a terrifying warning for dating app users. A teenager and his friends used an app to lure a man into a robbery, but the plan backfired. Their target was armed, and a shootout erupted. In court, the judge delivered the sentence, 20 years in prison. He'd be nearly 40 when he got out. The courtroom exploded into chaos. The teen's mother screamed and collapsed, her cries overwhelming the room. The teen himself lost control, yelling and fighting deputies as they dragged him out. A total family meltdown. Was 20 years too harsh? Let me know in the comments. At number 4, 15-year-old Antonio Barbeau and a friend attacked his 78-year-old great-grandmother for money. The weapons, a hatchet and a hammer. He was sentenced to life, with his first chance at parole at age 50, a minimum of 35 years behind bars. As the sentence was read, Barbeau broke down and sobbed. His attorney argued a life sentence for a teen was cruel and unusual, but let's be clear, a hatchet and a hammer. Calling the sentence cruel ignores the horror of the crime. His tears can't undo a life taken by such greed and brutality. Number 2 is one of the most raw breakdowns ever recorded. Before the judge can even speak, this unnamed teenager completely collapses. He doesn't just cry, he falls to his knees, begging the judge and the victim's family for another chance. The scene is incredibly difficult to watch. He's sobbing so hard his words are a desperate guttural sound of terror.
Please don't, I'm sorry.
His body is shaking, his voice broken. It doesn't feel calculated. It's a total collapse of a boy realizing his life is over. His pleas hang in the air, a haunting reminder that no amount of begging can turn back the clock. And at number 1, 18-year-old Fernando Algato. After claiming innocence throughout his trial, the guilty verdict sent him over the edge. The second he understood he was going back to prison, he snapped.
No, I can't go back, please.
This wasn't just crying, it was a primal scream of terror. He knew what prison was like, and the thought of returning was more than he could handle. He exploded, fighting deputies in a full-blown brawl.
Please don't make me go back there.
It took multiple officers to subdue and drag him out, kicking and screaming. His pleas weren't about remorse, but pure terror of punishment, making this the most intense breakdown we've ever seen. And that's our countdown, 7 teenagers whose lives changed forever in a courtroom. These stories show the real devastating consequences of a single bad choice. It's not like the movies. This is real life, real futures gone. We spent an insane amount of time putting this together, so if you made it this far, thank you for watching. It really means a lot. Which breakdown was the most shocking to you? Let me know in the comments. I read all of them. And don't forget to subscribe, because we have a video next week you won't want to miss. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. If you want part 2 of the stories behind the vaults, subscribe and turn on notifications.